Amy Slaton secretly got married a few days ago and has a child. As you all know, Amy Slaton is one half of the dynamic duo featured on the TLC reality show, 1000 lb Sisters. Known for her candid personality and battle with obesity, Amy has captured the hearts of viewers and inspired many with her weight loss journey. But recently she got married secretly, and after marriage she gave birth to a son, which she didn't want to bring in front of media. But today she told everyone about her secret marriage and child. Who is her new husband, how long ago she got married, how old is her child, how much money her husband earns. We will know all after a while. Because before that I want to say another important thing. 1000 lb Sisters star Amy Slaton breaks down in tears after Tammy confronts her about arrest. I could have lost my kids. The TLC reality series that once inspired fans with a journey of transformation is now taking viewers on an emotional roller coaster. What started as the inspiring weight loss story of sisters Amy and Tammy Slaton, whose combined weight once exceeded 1,000 pounds, has taken a more dramatic and emotional turn in recent episodes of 1000 lb Sisters. The show's latest developments center around Amy Slaton's emotional confrontation with her sister Tammy following Amy's arrest in 2024. In a deeply vulnerable moment, Amy broke down in tears as she acknowledged just how close she came to losing everything, especially her children. Amy Slaton's arrest and the family fallout. The incident dates back to September 2, 2024, when Amy, 37, and her boyfriend Brian Levorn were arrested in Alamo, Tennessee, after a visit to the Tennessee Safari Park, where Amy reportedly suffered a camel bite. The day took a shocking turn. Authorities arrived at the scene and were reportedly overwhelmed by suspicious odors coming from the couple's vehicle. A search of the car allegedly turned up psychedelic mushrooms, marijuana, and, most concerning, Amy's two young children, Gage, 4, and Glenn, 2, inside the vehicle. According to the Crockett County Sheriff's Department, Amy and Brian were charged with illegal possession of Schedule 1 and Schedule 6 drugs, along with 2 counts of child endangerment. The pair were released the next day on $10,000 bonds. By December, Amy pleaded guilty to simple possession and received a suspended sentence of 11 months and 29 days. A sister's intervention. In a recent episode of 1000 lb Sisters, Amy's past came back to the forefront during an emotional conversation with Tammy, 38. In a clip shared by Access Hollywood, the sisters reunited and discussed the incident for the first time on camera. Amy, who now focuses on raising her boys and staying out of trouble, began to reflect on how close she came to losing the life she worked so hard to build. Fighting back tears, she admitted, "The fact that I could have lost my kids." Tammy responded with heartfelt honesty. "That was scary for me. So I cannot imagine, how scary it was for you." That moment opened the floodgates. Amy cried as she confessed this was the first time she had broken down since the arrest. Holding back sobs, she added, "Those two, Gage and Glenn, they're the reasons why I'm alive." A necessary wake-up call. In a joint sit-down with producers, Tammy didn't hold back from giving her younger sister a wake-up call. "You talked for years about wanting to be a mommy. And now you could go to jail for who knows how long. That's scary." Tammy's words struck a nerve, but they also served as a crucial reminder for Amy to stay focused on her long-term goals, staying sober, staying healthy, and being there for her sons. Final thoughts. The Slaton sisters' journey has always been one of struggle, strength, and perseverance. Amy's legal troubles mark a serious detour from the path she set out on, but with support from her family and a renewed commitment to her kids, there's still hope for a turnaround. Tammy's tough love may have hurt in the moment, but it might have been exactly what Amy needed to hear. Tammy Slaton's incredible transformation on 1000 lb Sisters Season 7. When 1000 lb Sisters first premiered in 2020, Tammy Slaton's life was severely limited. Weighing over 600 pounds, Tammy struggled with basic mobility and relied on constant assistance from her family. Leaving the house was a rare and difficult feat, requiring a wheelchair, an oxygen tank, a ramp, and help just to get in and out of a specialty van. For much of her adult life, Tammy was essentially confined to her home and unable to care for herself. Even with a diminished quality of life, Tammy's weight continued to climb. At her heaviest, she tipped the scales at 725 pounds. But after a serious health scare, everything changed. Motivated by the threat to her life, Tammy committed to a new path. She underwent bariatric surgery, improved her diet, adopted an exercise routine, and lost an astonishing 500 pounds. Tammy's life today: independent and thriving. Now in Season 7 of 1000 Pound Sisters, Tammy is living a vastly different life. She's no longer housebound. She can care for herself, participate in social events, and even enjoy simple pleasures like going to the fair or preparing a meal. Her transformation has opened up a new world of freedom and she's embracing it. Once dependent on full-time care, Tammy now enjoys significant independence. She doesn't need nurses or specialized transportation like she used to, and she's reconnecting with life outside her family circle. While this marks a beautiful evolution for Tammy personally, it could shift the dynamic of the show, which has always focused heavily on the Slaton family's close-knit and often chaotic relationships. A season of firsts. Season 7 highlights many firsts for Tammy in her new life. In one standout episode, she attended a dinner party hosted by her friend Steve. More than just a guest, Tammy cooked the entire meal: chicken fettuccine alfredo for 5 people. For someone who had long been isolated, this small gathering symbolized a big win. She was thrilled to spend time with friends instead of just family. The dinner also marked another personal milestone. Tammy is now in a relationship with a woman named Andrea and has come out to her family. At the dinner, she was joined by a lesbian couple, and for the first time, Tammy felt a sense of belonging. After years of heartbreak and unhealthy relationships, including a brief marriage to Caleb Willingham, who tragically passed away due to obesity-related complications, Tammy is finally finding happiness and acceptance. Riding floats and living life. Tammy also had a joyous experience riding a float in a local parade. Surrounded by friends and familiar faces from her past, Tammy threw candy and waved to the crowd like a star. Her family came to cheer her on, showing how much they support her progress. It was a full-circle moment for someone who, just a short time ago, couldn't leave her house. Another highlight: Tammy attended a fair and went on multiple rides, something that would have been impossible before her weight loss. She laughed and enjoyed herself with a childlike glee that viewers haven't seen before. Every new experience is a celebration of how far she's come. What's next for Tammy and the show? Tammy's transformation has been nothing short of inspiring. She's finally tasting freedom and she's considering even bigger changes, possibly moving out of Kentucky to establish more independence from her family. However, this raises questions about the future of 1000 Pound Sisters, which films in the state and thrives on.